Hello, I'm Sid and this is the Jack Russell Truffle. I've been creating permaculture landscapes for my clients for the last 17 years and now, finally, I've got on the ground to create an edible ecosystem of my own and permaculture plant nursery, and I'm going to share the whole journey with you. This is the plot I put in last year just so I could get a bit ahead with putting in bare root trees and shrubs for my edible forest garden. But rather than waiting until I got the plot this year, I took on this small plot to plant them and get 1 year ahead. It's getting a bit late now because the leaves are coming out, but I'm going to dig all of these up and take them over to my plot and put them in the Syntropic rows. Here, look at this on this Italian alder. This here is a root nodule of Rhizobium bacteria on the Italian alder, which Italian alder has a symbiotic relationship, meaning a mutually beneficial relationship with a bacteria that fixes nitrogen from the atmosphere and shares it with the Italian alder in exchange for a home on its root system and for sugars from photosynthesis. I'm planting Italian alder as a quick-growing canopy species and in my windbreak because it can grow up to 2 meters in 1 year. Ooh, that's hard going. Glad to have these trees over here now though. I think it's time for lunch, Truffle. I'm going to start planting the Syntropic rows now. You can see I've put a few shrubs in, but that's just because they were struggling in their pots. And I dug them up last year and their roots were quite exposed. But now I'm going to start planting some of my silver birch, which this is the silver birch I've just dug out the ground from the other side of the farm. And silver birch in one of my rows will be the tall canopy and biomass trees, because silver birch is a pioneer, meaning it gets established on bare ground quicker than a lot of other tree species. But silver birch is very helpful because it mines potassium and calcium from the soil. So when we chop and drop this species, that releases that into the soil for the other species, for the fruit, for the other edible perennials. So that's why we put these in every 4 meters, and I've got Italian alder, silver birch and willow, which these will be the chop and drop biomass species. And so every 4 meters we'll have a biomass tree and every 4 meters we'll have a fruit tree. There we go. That is my emergent species of tree planted in this row. Priority now is to move all of the trees and shrubs from the other side of the farm into the plot because it's getting late in the season. As you can see, they've got quite a lot of leaves on them. So we'll best crack on. Come on, Truffle, we've got stuff to do. I'm planting honeyberry as the shrub layer in this row. So we've got Italian alder, honeyberry, then a fruit tree, then honeyberry, then Italian alder. Do love honeyberry, which produces little blueberry-like fruits, but it's in the honeysuckle family. Look at that, this one has come out with a forget-me-not. That's definitely a keeper. I'm planting now with the Niwaki large hoe, the Japanese large hoe. It's a real beautiful tool. I saw Cameron from the Conscious Gardening Co. He was using a hoe to do his planting, and I definitely agree. but I like the Noaki Japanese hoe. It still doesn't beat my Fornit full stainless steel trowel from Sneeborer. That is definitely my preferred planting tool when planting perennials, but when planting something a bit bigger, this is my tool of choice. I've done a few loads of moving all of my bare root trees and shrubs that I planted last year from the other side of the farm to here. That's really great. And yeah, things are coming along. Now I've just today been working on the entrance bed where I've got quite a few silver birch, some red gooseberry and some currants. Yesterday I planted this boundary hedge that comes all the way down there to give me a bit of shelter from the wind. Next thing is to move that pile of soil, plant the syntropic beds, then I can move on to preparing and seeding the annual smother crop for this year, where the edible meadow and the edible forest garden is going to go. Happy days. Go on, Truffle, let's go home. Let's go get some dinner. I'm hungry.